an interesting fixture today. It's a rescheduled league match between Tottenham Hotspur and Southampton Football Club. As you can see here on the kit selection screen, we have something very ironic or interesting to note. Lined up in the Southampton kit currently is in real life current, but in game current Spurs star Marcus Edwards, and on the home side of things we have real life Southampton but current in-game Tottenham Hotspur player Oriol Romeu. This will be a first appearance for Mr. Romeu against his former side since we sold him in January, mostly due to the lack of game time he was getting, and I just felt he needed a move. So a couple of changes to make here. A couple of players have been playing recently, a few tired ones. First in-game real face for Marc Cucurella, the wonder kid at left back. So he'll come back into the fold. He's been out injured for a little bit. Manolo is back. He's back from injury. Oh, what have I done there? So he'll take the place of Rui Pedro. I think he's also got a real face. Yeah, this one's changed. I've got players who are just being rested recently. I think I'm going to go with that team. I think I'll have Lamina starting Holden ahead of Fabinho just for today. Do I go with Guerrero up front? I mean, left midfield. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. I'm happy with that team. I'll say I don't want to risk Rugani. I know he's got the bandage icon, but I don't want to risk him. There's no need to. I've got the cover. I've got the replacements necessary to be able to shuffle the team well enough that I can feel comfortable with who I've got. When I played Spurs last season at Wembley, I think it was the game was probably, I'm sure it was a hell of a lot easier than the one I had at St Mary's. But screw that. I'll take the tiny fish from Rafael Guerrero. Can't roll the R's off the tongue there, but here we go. The rescheduled fixture at Wembley Stadium. It's hashtag Totsau. In other words, as the stadium announces, it's Southampton versus Tottenham Hotspur. And as you can see, Tottenham on the heels of second place Manchester United with a game in hand. Myself being top of the table. I'm interested to see this Tottenham team. There's Victor Wanyama, former Celtic star, former Southampton star, now current Tottenham Hotspur enforcer in midfield. So there's Luke Shaw, Oriol. There's Oriol. No love lost between the two sides. Oriol, he left on good terms. It's not like I stopped playing him for a considerable amount of time. He had been playing this season. It was just, I mean, but in previous FIFAs, I've never used Romeu as much. But then when I started going down to see Southampton play just at the turn of the year in real life, and I was I was at the game against Burnley, the game against West Ham, the game against Middlesbrough, and I was just at the game this season, the opener, Premier League opener against Swansea. And every time I've been there, Romeu has been one of these star players, and I've never held that regard for him, and it's more on me for having my head in the gutter. I really felt that I'd not given the guy enough respect. I would say since he's came to Southampton, he has shown exactly what he can do, not just, you know, when he gets game time, you know, but just playing in the Premier League, he's just got that ability. He's just in my mind, he's one of the best defensive midfielders in the Premier League. And obviously, when you're playing at Chelsea, you're not really going to be afforded those game times when you're maybe not the biggest household name going around. And there's the early goal within the first, I'd have to say it's, well, game time 3 minutes. I've been talking for about just under a minute, but Rafael Guerreiro, the man that I signed from Borussia Dortmund, I exchanged Sofiane Boufal plus a bit of money for him, has opened the scoring here in London again. He's got that pedigree, he's got those moments against Arsenal this season, and he has opened the scoring, broken the deadlock in the big game. It's his 8th league goal of the season. It was a little bit of a slow start for Guerreiro, I will admit, but he has gotten there, and already we're 1-0 up against Spurs, so hopefully we should be on course for, I wouldn't say an easy game, but on course for a relatively less difficult encounter, because when you play Spurs in this game, for some reason, I mean, last year they were just, I couldn't believe how good they were. And here comes Marcus Edwards against his former club, cuts inside, shimmies, and Lloris with the save at the near post. The Frenchman, one of the best shot stoppers in the world, one of the best goalkeepers overall in the world. He's just all round, he pulls off these unbelievable saves. But yeah, back to what I was saying about Oriol Romeu. He's a wonderful player, and I've got a new respect for him that I never initially had at first. Oh, and there's two, Marcus Edwards, and we have just opened up Tottenham Hotspur within the first 8 minutes of the game. It is absolutely superb, sensational football from Southampton, off the back of a League Cup final win here, just days ago. So it's our second visit to Wembley in just a matter of days, and after that was a difficult first half. I mean, I went into the break 1-0 down against, it was 1-1 at half time against Everton. There's Marcus Edwards with his 5th Premier League goal of the season. But yeah, I mean, just the guy's just a fantastic player. And then when I started playing the game this year, I started playing him a lot more, and I just saw what a beast midfielder he was, like being able to control possession of the ball in front of our back four, and how he can move forward. He's a quick guy, he's very good with his feet. And then this season I was playing Fabinho more. Then Mario was complaining he wasn't getting a lot of game time, so I'm like, oh, I need to play him more now. Oh, I'm really poor at free kicks in this game. I haven't scored one yet, believe me, I haven't. So if this goes in, which it won't, so, you know, he ain't one more to it. Yeah, he wasn't getting as much game time, and then I was playing Mario Lemina a little bit more, just try to evenly spread the game time. But if I'm being honest, my first choice for the last what's this, 18, 20, since FIFA 15, I've continued to play Fabinho as my first choice holding midfielder, even before he was widely recognised across Europe obviously from his time at Monaco and winning the French league over PSG and things like that, and his name being linked with moves away at the Premier League. But I've always used Fabinho, and I've tried incorporating a lot of my former players that I've signed in previous FIFAs to this FIFA. And when I was away to sell Romeo, now I didn't say, oh, you know what, just whatever his value is, you know, have him for that. I was like, alright, okay, well, you're offering me this, at least let me justify myself in saying, right, I want to have at least another £3-4 million for him. So I think I'm pretty sure it was around £16-17 million I got for Romeo. And then when it did come up saying it was accepted, because I know some players, like, you give them like 2 or 3 games and they're sort of back to being a little bit happy. So I was like, think to myself, that'll happen. He'll definitely want to come back into the team. If he gets a few games, you'll be back. Cause you know, he's 27 as well. Not an old age, but I've got younger guys, and I thought, you know what, he'll maybe look at himself as, you know, being that kind of guy that'll be okay with playing, you know, 1 or 2 games every 6 or 7. Good save from Lloris. But no, he obviously wants to play football, and I had to respect that. I let him go, and here we are. Here we are. Signed for Spurs. I was like, okay, you can have him. I don't mind. Oh, surely a free kick. Well done, referee. And who was the offender there? I think it was Aurier. And Ward-Prowse again. Milik. Oh, turned by Milik. Romeo doing his job there. Brings back memories, you know. He would used to do that for me. And now here comes Joshua Kimmich, who scored in real life for Bayern Munich against my club Celtic. But he's not being sold on FIFA. I'm looking beyond that. I'm looking past that. Realistically, I knew we weren't going to qualify from that group in second place, but I might have to reprimand them for letting Wanyama in here against Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk does extremely well, and Kimmich spreads the ball out. Here's James Ward-Prowse, Arkadiusz Milik, Lamina, Wesley Hoedt, and Cucurella will just take this ball inside, feed it to Lamina. Lamina on the outside to Joshua Kimmich. Some very close passes here for myself. Martinez, Milik, Arkadiusz Milik looks for the run on the outside from Joshua Kimmich, who tries to cut back across and defended a lot better by Tottenham Hotspur, albeit the clearance coming back to me. Here's Marcus Edwards looking to pull the ball out to Cucurella, who's got a mean left foot on him, and he just misses the target. Lifted the ball on top of his foot, didn't wrap it in the inside, didn't hit on the outside, it was just underneath, well, just under the tip of the boot. That'll be on top of the boot, sorry. I can commentate a lot better, believe me. I'm certainly not being blinded by the fact that I'm playing against a former Saint. And here comes James Ward-Prowse. It's 3-on-1 here for Southampton. But will Ward-Prowse go himself? James Ward-Prowse! And Lloris, not a very, very difficult shot for Lloris to get across and cover. But with a goal scoring form that my man James Ward-Prowse has been in this season, as well as what he was last season. Oh, and a rash tackle from Wesley Hoedt, which tackling in this game, you know, the standing tackles as you can see, that was the rolling knee tackle there. A lot. I'm still taking time. I've been off the game for a few weeks now, just coming back on, but you know, it's just a case of trying to find my grips again with the tackling and career mode and things like that. Obviously, it feels a lot different from online, in my opinion, mainly because I can't tackle anyone in online because everyone seems to be like 1,089 times better than I am. But yeah, it's like, oh, here comes Christian Eriksen. It's Christian Eriksen. Oh my goodness! That's poor from Eriksen. Very poor from Christian Eriksen. I expect him to hit the target there. Bernd Leno's not really been the greatest for keeping clean sheets this season. But no, it just... The tackling in this game, I realised how different it was from the previous FIFAs, and a lot of mates of mine have not really taken well to this FIFA. I personally feel like when you attack in this game, just with the control of the ball and the way you can move the players, the way the fluidity works with going forward, I feel like is a lot better. But I've maybe the last 3 or 4 FIFAs I've been really terrible at defending, and in this game I've been so cautious with tackles that I make in the box, mainly because I feel like 9 times out of 10 they are going to get a penalty, and there's been a lot of times where I have conceded a penalty through absolute stupidity, and I've just looked at myself and been like, you know, I could have looked at that a lot better. And plus, when I defend against people, I should be more conservative, but I just constantly, I don't spam the spoon button. I just hold it for the entirety of the game. It goes on, and lo and behold, to my benefit, it can work 9 times out of 10 if I go into counter, but to their benefit 9 times out of 10, it means I leave myself far too easily exposed, and they have about like 4 versus 2, and I end up conceding 2 or 3 goals a game. It's why Fraser Forster's not at the club anymore. And Spurs made a little error there. It's Guerrero. They're tightening up now, Tottenham Hotspur in the middle of the park. There's Joshua Kimmich. I'm trying to look for room. There's Lamina. Guerrero looking for that outstretched run of Cucurella at the back. Cucurella whips it in. Oh, and it was just knocked behind by Wanyama on the slide. Otherwise, James Ward-Prowse was going to be in for another little treat that he's been helping himself to this season in the Premier League. Never really. There's Martinez. Lautaro Martinez. Here's Guerrero. Outside pass to Ward-Prowse. And Ward-Prowse held on well enough there. Brilliant from Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse. Lamina. Guerrero. Milik on the turn! Just wide of goal. And there's the half-time whistle, ladies and gentlemen. It's tough to say, a little bit more comfortable than what I expected. I was thinking Spurs were going to be more in my face, but be a bit more direct, like they were in the previous meeting I had with them this season. You know, when they get the ball and they start moving, and you've got Son on one side, and you've got Ori that can push up as a fullback. I mean, who's the other guy? They've got the Martins guy who I've not really noticed, but it's like I've seen Son go up, I've seen Aurier go up. I've just not been able to put any balls into the middle for Eriksen as much as what they would have hoped for, and of course I've not really had the trouble of having to keep Harry Kane at bay. So that's a very good sign from my point of view, because Harry Kane in this game is probably, and I'm not just saying it because he's at the moment one of the best strikers in world football today. In fact, perhaps the best English player in world football today. But just in this game, he's ridiculously difficult to defend against. He's big, he's strong, he can hit, he can shoot from distance. For a big striker of his size, he's quick, he's strong, he's agile. He can hit them from distance, and it's remarkable. Just absolutely remarkable. Just looks like, you know, he's on. As I say, are Spurs going to get a chance? And they do. They actually do. They've scored. It's Martins. Martins has scored at the start of the second half for Tottenham Hotspur, and I spoke about how they weren't really pressing me and getting in my face, but that guy there with the step overs, Son dragged the defenders wide, he pulled Leno out, Kane disguised a lot of that, and then fed into Martins, and realistically you'd have to say that was just an open goal, because there was no pressure on Martins when he'd had the shot that anyone was going to get in the way of it, or in fact save it. So yeah, they've only gone and scored. Nothing new in FIFA. I always concede. It's a never going relationship. I score at one end, they score at the other end, you know. But yeah, so here we go. Now the game's going to be like, you know what, Liam, you had it easy that first half. Tottenham Hotspur didn't really challenge you, but now let's give you a second half to forget, and we'll be the judge of that. But I've got to be very careful now with how I approach my defending to Tottenham. And who? Ahmed? I don't know who that guy is. Sorry. To mad FIFA goers are like, how do you not know that Almeida fella? Could be a regen, could be a real guy who's playing at a club in Spain, Portugal, I don't know. There's Son! Good save by Leno. And there we go. There's Son finally getting time on the ball. He can move inside. You know, he can come in off the left, drift inside the middle, just wherever he's needed to go. That's the quality that Son has possessed in this Tottenham team. And Eriksen has a chance, and Van Dijk with a late slide. I showed myself to be far too open there. That was better from Spurs, and Martin has just stopped. And Guerrero's on the ball. Guerrero going wide. My crossing in this game has not been particularly great of late, and I just can't seem to find anyone in the box. I've got two forwards, both strong in the air, and just can't find anyone in there. Well, that's a surprising change. Son coming off, and you know, yeah, it's like we'll take Son off and bring on Iron Robin. You know, it's not like I've got a trick up my sleeve for next season. But yeah. Hi Iron. You're going to run at me very... Well, I thought you were going to run at me very quick here. There's Joshua Kimmich outside of the shoulder here because Arkadui's Milik. That's not the pass I wanted to play, and it's offside, so it's not going to count. I saw Ward-Prowse just pulling off the inside of the midfield. As you can see here, I don't know if you can see it. No, you'll probably not be able to see it, but a bloody foot, for Christ's sake. Oh, well, it is what it is, and here's Ward-Prowse. Ball into Arkadui's Milik! How have you not scored? I know it's Lloris, but God almighty. Ward-Prowse to the corner, and Van Dijk! Lamina! Edwards! Lamina! Martinez! This time it's a goal! Oh, I thought I'd maybe been tackled there. I thought Martinez had been caught, but he held the ball well enough, used his strength on the turn, and there's absolutely no chance whatsoever for Hugo Lloris from there. Nice old Cruyff turn. Comes back, hits it, and there's no chance for Lloris from there. Absolutely no chance. It was a fantastic save. I mean, I'll say I should have saved that from Milik. That being more on my part, that I should have scored. But you know, there's Ward-Prowse, Milik, Edwards. Looking for that runner, Joshua Kimmich. Can I get this cross and early? Back post is there! Good header away from Ori, otherwise Guerrero was in. And Alderweireld is going to come off for Stefan Savic. So I think I'm going to make a change as well, because Edwards, the reason why I didn't want to go with Edwards there was he's clearly knackered. So I've got no natural right midfielder on the bench. I'm just gonna put Max Meyer in. I know I usually play him on the left. I know he's a cam, but in this season's FIFA, James Ward-Prowse for me has just been unbelievably outstanding. And Max Meyer's another guy who's a loyal player that I've signed for many FIFAs now. And when Ward-Prowse was scoring goals, I mean, I did actually start Meyer in this game in centre attacking midfield. The plan was never for Ward-Prowse to be getting the amount of time and spotlight, but but Meyer can play either. Well, he can play left. I think it's left side he's more attracted to playing, but playing right side. It's just I can do that with him. James Ward-Prowse trying to get in the box there. Guerrero, Meyer. It's not been as effectual from as he was in the last two FIFAs, I'd say. And all right, okay. No worries. We'll pretend that wasn't an issue in the game. Here's Mario Lemina, Milik, Ward-Prowse. Oh, see, Spurs when they defend deep, hard to break down. I think the game's realised that. Oh, come on, how is that a free kick? If he gets a booking for this, I'll be absolutely So he gets a booking for running alongside his man. Is Victor Wanyama for correct? How has he knocked Victor Wanyama down? Oh, be the judge as you may, but that's. There's Martins. How is that a free kick? Right, how's that a free kick? Now tell me how. Because what did Van Dijk do wrong there? I don't. No. It's FIFA. It's Eriksen. It is too. Of course. Why wouldn't it have been a free kick? I mean, it's not like Virgil van Dijk, as big as he is and as strong as he is, one slight little shoulder knock, the guy goes down. I mean, in football, that's an automatic foul at the end of the day, is it? You're not allowed to use your shoulders to challenge players, for possession of the ball. But again, what do I know? It's FIFA. They've got their own rules. And what's constituted and not constituted in football, and hopefully I can pick up a fourth goal at some point in this second half. And Fabinho, Milik, Meyer's run into that Almeida boy. There's Robin, Eriksen now. Here comes Harry Kane. Now here's this young gentleman, Martins, and Kimmich. Van Dijk, oh Christ. Right, Wesley Hoeide moving the ball forward. Here's Martinez. I could do his Milik. He's looking for. I don't know why I'm taking so long there. Maybe this is why. Maybe not. Again, maybe not. Meyer. Oh! The hell was I doing? Perfect opportunity to shoot. Oh my god. What the hell? It's Rafael Guerrero. Ward-Prowse. Milik. Turn. I think I still have one sub left. Oh, Martinez! It's Martinez! Oh, come on! I sense something disgusting away to happen. I do. There's Fabinho. Ward-Prowse. Oh, he's... Oh. Actually, before we kick off, because I'm adamant I've got one more change. I do, right. I could bring... I mean, Guerrero's looking at... I mean, they're all looking knackered. Guerrero looks like he needs to come off. You know what? I could move Meyer to the left. I don't know if anyone can go right midfield. Like I said, I don't know if I've got... I mean, I could bring on Vitinho, I guess. He's not natural in that position, but... You know what? For legs, I'll go with Vitinho. We'll see how this goes for the last 6 minutes. He came on against Everton in the League Cup final and scored. So that's I'm basing my judgment on he just scored at Wembley 2 days ago. Who's injured? Because this could be a turning point. I know you. Oh wait, I made the change. Offside. So who the hell's injured? Oh, Meyer. There's Vitinho. Oh, I just overdid that! Why is Stefan Savic playing... Is he playing left back or is he just really, really outstretched there? Oh, Martinez! Meyer! The injured Meyer! Well, now, before you question him, he is hurt. He's clearly got the cross above his head, so he's not faking it. The game's allowing him to run in the celebration, but there's the 4th goal, and there is my... In my mind, a well-deserved 3 points. I mean, my defending for the first Spurs goal was poor. Let's put that down to just me being poor at defending in this game. But the second goal was beyond my control. It was never a foul. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a professional referee in the world who claims that was a free kick. That was absolutely not a free kick. And Cucurella and Spurs, oh no way! He was on with Romeo. I swear he was on with Romeo. I released the ball here. Oh, you picked the wrong... Look at the line. You picked the wrong camera angle to say, right, there's the offside. Let's look at it from a diagonal point of view from afar, rather than let's look at the actual straight and narrow line of the pitch to see, hey, maybe he was offside, maybe he wasn't offside. But we'll never really know unless I check the replays after the game, which... At this point, it's not going to cost me, so I won't be too... It's just the little things, you know. Martinez. It's still Martinez. Still Martinez! Good save from Lloris. Good shot. Good save as well. Right. Ward-Prowse, so now it looks like you're definitely not going to score in this game because you're taking the corner, but can you set somebody up? Martinez, oh, got sandwiched with Romeo, but it's over. And the Saints, once again, have made Wembley Stadium their fortress. And yeah, so here we go. And after an easy first half, to what turned into a slightly more than difficult made for myself second half, has ended with an additional 4 goals in the second 45 minutes. I mean, if it hadn't been for that good start, it could have been a totally different game. Didn't really expect Spurs to be setting in as much as what they were and not being as pressing, but yeah, that goal was bizarre. That was a poor goal to concede. This one, it's a good free kick, don't get me wrong. Christian Eriksen is a fantastic footballer, and Leno outright went for it. But yeah, well, no goals for Milik, no goals for Ward-Prowse. I'll go for Guerrero, Edwards, Gelson Martins. Oh, it's the guy for Lisbon, is it? Oh, they've skipped a highlight of Martinez's goal, but oh, it's okay. We picked up the victory. Martinez picked up a well-deserved man of the match performance, let's say. And let's look at the other fixtures in the Premier League. So Arsenal dropped points to Stoke. Man City dropped points for Crystal Palace. Interesting. How's my objective? How's that gone down by one number again? So our next game is at home. At home with the champions against West Ham United. 2 minute prize money. Oh, more prize money? What's this for? Huh. Oh, it's a bit late in giving me that money, wasn't it? Considering that wasn't an FA Cup game, it was a league game. Oh, there we go, it's up again. But yeah, as for that, that was the overdue clash, the clash that has finally taken place, which I'm extremely happy about. Which means I'll have to play Tottenham Hotspur again this season, unless they're in the cup. I hope they're not in the cup. I haven't even checked who I've got. Leicester City. Oh no! I don't know. Oh, press one button there. It's Birmingham. Birmingham Chelsea. Well, you know what? That's fine. Like I say, as long as I have to play Tottenham again, I do have to play Man U again. Yeah, that's it for this. I suppose you could call it episode. It's maybe originally a broadcast for my mate to watch, but it's not available, so I kind of turned it into an episode. But yeah, if anyone, well, I can see that no one's watched it. I'm sure someone will watch it at some point. Familiar for him to watch. I just added the content, but yeah. For now, we've defeated Tottenham Hotspur, and we are marching on, as it says on the back of the club shirt. We march on, and we are indeed marching on to West Ham United. And in game, we probably won't pull that umbilical cord, as one of the lines that I'd seen on I think it was a Paddy Power Facebook page about Slaven Bilic, unfortunately sacked today's West Ham United manager. But in game, we will show no mercy. We will not take any prisoners. We will dominate. We will annihilate, because we are Southampton and we march on.